here was an opportunity for us to be involved at the very beginning in something that might actually change the way that we distribute energy around Australia and around the world. My name is Sharon. I live in Osborne's flat, which is near Yackandandah. My husband and I live in this house, my husband Matt, and I have two children, Macy and Danica. They're primary school aged. We have a real mix of people. We've certainly got the old-time farmers that this was traditionally a very strong dairy area. A lot of professionals that have moved to Yackandandah for the lifestyle. So we've got a real mix of people. So being involved in the Network Renewed trial has been really fantastic for us. So we've got a 5 kilowatt system of solar panels here on the house and a 10 kilowatt battery. We also have solar hot water. The reason that we actually got involved in that was because we could see that they were trying to do something that could potentially change the way that electricity is distributed in Australia. So here we are on a swirl line, which is a single phase electricity line, which means that we've got about 140 households that are connected to this particular line. And when my parents actually built 30 years ago, they were told they were the last to be built on this particular swirl line because the drain on the grid was maxed out at that particular time. So now we found that the houses didn't stop getting built. We have increased the amount of people on this particular swirl line, which has meant that outages can happen up to 8 or maybe even 10 times a year, and these are planned outages. So they are things that are from 8:30 to 4:30 in the day. So most people who are in larger towns wouldn't have an understanding of the types of complexities that we deal with when we're looking at our power usage. For example, on those planned power outage days, the Osborne's flat school has no power, which in itself is not necessarily an issue, but the school has to close on those days because the power runs the pumps for the water, and you can't run a school without toilets, so they have to close. So here's a solution. We have power that we can feed to our neighbours in times of need, and we can take power from them in times of need as well. It's a win-win situation for all involved. Even being part of this particular mini trial has increased the connectivity of our neighbours, so they are actually receiving less power outages now because of this particular trial. So we know already that it's making a difference.